Well, good morning and welcome to the Bullitt County Fiscal Court. Today is April the 16th, and it's now 9:30, 2024. At this time, Mr. Griffey, if you would lead us in the invocation, please.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you again for this opportunity to come together and to do the business of the county. Lord, be with each of the members here, all the folks that have shown up. Keep us safe. Keep the Commonwealth and the United States safe. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Keith. Can y'all hear me okay? Just want to make sure the mic's working. Can you? No? Is the mic working? No? It's green. I'll speak louder then, okay? All right, so at this time, Sam, would you call the roll to bring the court to order, please?
Yes, sir. Vera Sanders. Here. Sean Logston.
Yes, here.
Karen Johnson. Here. Brian Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
All present.
Okay, all right. Treasurer's transfer report, Kenan.
Those were dated for March 31st and also for today, April 16th.
I make a motion to accept the transfer report.
Second.
Got a motion by 1st District Magistrate Sanders, a second by 2nd District Magistrate Logston to approve the Treasurer's transfer report as presented. Sam, call the roll.
Logston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Presentation and approval of all bills.
I make a motion that we accept and approve all bills as presented.
I second.
Got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logston, a second by 1st District Magistrate Sanders to approve the bills as presented. Sam, call the roll, please.
Johnson.
Yes.
Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Logston.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Treasurer's report, Kenan.
Yes, sir. That would include the appropriation condition report, a revenue condition report, a liability register, summary, an interfund cash transfer journal, a financial statement through March 31st of 2024 as reported to the Department of Local Government.
I'll make a motion that we accept the treasurer's report as presented.
Got a motion by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson, a second by 4th District Magistrate Bleemel to approve the Treasurer's report as presented. Sam, call the roll, please.
Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Logston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Approval of the minutes for the April 2nd, 2024 Bullitt County Fiscal Court meeting.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes dated April 2nd, 2024. Second.
Got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logston, a second by 4th District Magistrate Bleemel to approve the minutes of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court of April 2nd, 2024. Sam, call the roll, please.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Logston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Bleemel.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, we have one guest speaker, Robin. Okay. All right. Danny Clemens, Bullitt County Public School System, Director of Facilities. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you, guys. Good morning. My name is Danny Clemens. I'm the Director of Facilities for Bullitt County Public Schools. I wanted to come by a little bit this morning to talk to you about some upcoming summer projects that we have at North Bullitt High School and Lebanon Junction Elementary to continue to improve traffic pattern. As you know, the past couple years, traffic has continually gotten worse around school areas, and we're trying to do our best from the school district side to make improvements there to kind of keep people off the main roads there. The North Bullitt High School traffic pattern was adjusted. The Cartwrighter line, bus line was kind of in the same parking lot if you're familiar with North and in between Hebron and right back out to Hebron Lane. We've adjusted that traffic pattern to go around the school, But when we did so, it goes around a gravel road, and we're looking to pave that gravel road this summer with the help of the Bullitt County Road Department. Also at Lebanon Junction Elementary, again, we had heavy traffic flow on Preston right out in front of the school. We had put in a small road from the splash pad, basically the old swimming pool, rerouted the traffic around to the top of the hill to improve the traffic there. But again, we still have a little bit of area of gravel that we're wanting to pave that. So I went and been working with Mr. Watkins over at the road department. He thinks that these are projects that the road department can help out on and work this summer on. I was asking for the road department to do that with BCPS to pay for all the materials of the project and some point in early July, and just coming by to get blessing to continue with that project.
Okay. Okay, members of the court, any comments or for some type of agreement to work with the school system for, what I'm going to say, some blacktopping for North Bullitt and then down at Lebanon Junction Elementary?
We just need to put it in the form of a motion for interlocal agreement with
Right.
the school board on the Lebanon Junction and
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. It's very similar to, sounds like what we did over the east side and helped out over there. So this is North Bullitt and Lebanon
Lebanon
Junction.
Yeah.
And I will say, my son goes to Lebanon Junction, and this is very much needed. The new traffic pattern works great, but that gravel is messy after it's rained. Yeah, we need it.
And you have talked to Robert and everything, and he's on the same
I was
page.
gonna say, I wish Robert was here, just so he could be on the same page with Robert.
Yes,
but-
Robert, Mr. Watkins has already discussed that it was okay. He's already shared with me estimate prices, what that project would cost, which is sufficient from our side.
And I did understand that the school board would be paying for all materials.
Correct.
I'll put that in the form of a motion that we accept your request to work in cooperation with Bullitt County Public Schools and paving assistance for North Bullitt High School and Lebanon Junction Elementary, and enter into an interlocal agreement. Is that good enough?
Second.
Got a motion by Second District Magistrate Logston, a second by 4th District Magistrate Blamewell to enter into an interlocal agreement with Bullitt County Public School System for blacktopping at North Bullitt High School and at Lebanon Junction Elementary. Sam, call the roll.
Sanders.
Yes.
Logston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Blamel.
Yes.
Dr. Summers.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you, Mr. Clemens.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. John Waters, FEMA, and Justin Moore, please. Morning, John.
So last March, we had a severe windstorm that went through the state, and Bullitt County was affected. We had been in works with FEMA to get reimbursement back for the county and the fire departments. It was on March the 3rd. There was wind gusts that were reported between 60 and 80 miles per hour. That was through the whole state. Bullitt County was in the 70 mile per hour to 80 mile per hour range. Utilities were the most affected on the electric side, with RECC reporting over 25,000 customers that were affected without power. LG&E had thousands more. We had an estimated damage threshold of about $360,000. They get that damage threshold based off the population, and they times that by $4.60 per person. And so the actual number that we had to meet as a county was $378,198.20, and we did meet that threshold. For a little timeline, on March the 3rd, Governor Beshear declared a state of emergency for the state in advance of the severe storms. On the 4th, Judge Executive Summers signed the declaration for the state of emergency for Bullitt County. On the 10th, President Biden approved Kentucky as a disaster declaration, and that began the federal assistance process. And on the 11th, FEMA contacted Bullitt County Emergency Management to begin the assistance. We submitted 3 projects. Category A, which was the debris removal, Category B, which is emergency protective measures, and a Category F, which is utilities. For Category A, the Bullitt County Road Department claimed of about 6,500 cubic yards of vegetative debris from public roadways and property. This debris was taken to a staging area and graded into mulch. The road department did donate some of the mulch with plans of donating more in the future. For their project, which was category A, the total cost was $220,466.66. Bullitt County Fiscal Court was reimbursed $191,806. For category B, emergency protective measures, that included Bullitt County Emergency Management and all the fire departments within the county, Shepherdsville, Zonton, Mount Washington, Southeast Bullitt, Lebanon Junction, and Nichols. For each fire department, they submitted the projects to us, and we spoke with FEMA. Each fire department will be receiving a check today for their portion of the project. The total cost for the category B project was $29,775, and the Bullitt County Fiscal Court was reimbursed $25,904.25. For the fire department, Shepherdsville Fire Department is going to receive $3,355.75. Zonton, $1,819.31. Mount Washington, $3,742.63. Southeast, $3,667.80. Lebanon Junction, $3,847.75. And Nichols, $1,918.85. For the final category, it was the utility project. Due to the 70-mile-per-hour winds within the county, the radio tower site at Gospel Kingdom on 44 West was affected. One of the microwaves became unaligned, and so communications between dispatch and the first responders was gone. Bullitt County Emergency Management contacted MetroSafe radio technicians. They responded swiftly to the site and began working on the radio tower to restore communications. For that project, it was $9,000, and we were reimbursed $7,830. Total reimbursements for the whole county was $225,540.25.
Okay.
If there's members of the fire departments here, will you all come up, please?
Yep. Kevin, Mike, Eric.
Right here, sir. This one's for you. Washington.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Mr. May.
Thank you, sir. Sir?
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate all the hard work.
You're
Teresa, you
welcome,
want to get Lebanon Junctions?
Yes, sir. You're welcome, sir. Yes, ma'am. You go. So we still have Shepherdsville's. We'll drop those off to them today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all, John. Thank you for all your hard work on that.
You're welcome.
All right, and to give an update on where we are and what we've been up to, training, each year we are required between the three of us to have 64 hours of training. Over the last 6 months, we've traveled the state to get the best training available, including the professional development in Frankfurt, search and rescue, and lost person behavior. In 2021, we formed a county search and rescue team, which consisted of members of EMA, EMS, fire, and other surrounding county search and rescue members. We currently have 15 members. Over the last 4 months, we've assisted in 5 different searches. Last month, we were requested to assist Trimble County to assist in the damage assessments after their tornadoes. Here's a few pictures while we were down there. In 2020, we took over the maintenance for all the tornado sirens in the county. We currently have 36 total. It saves the county about $10,000 every year that we do it ourselves. We created this dashboard to help plan for all of our maintenance and to budget for all of our planned equipment. We receive funding from the local emergency planning committee, which provides weather radios, educational material, and right-to-know material for LEPC members. We hand this stuff out at the county fair, Mount Washington Spring Festival, and the LJ Festival. Last year, we did a complete renovation of the Emergency Operations Center. You can see in the top left photo, that was during the March windstorm event. We were confined to one space, or one table. Since then, we were able to accommodate multiple departments, that We have 20 tables, 40 chairs, multiple monitors. And to stay compliant with the state in receiving our funding, we have to report various different things throughout the county, including search and rescue, release of hazardous substance, major power outages, transportation accidents, spills, water emergencies, fires, and of course, weather events. Since 2020, Bullitt County Emergency Management has received the following grants and funding: $140,000 in emergency management performance, $16,000 from the local emergency planning committee, $5,000 from Walmart, $30,000 from KYM, $225,000 from FEMA, anticipating another $50,000 to $75,000 by the end of this calendar year for a total of $491,000 in the last 4 years. And then last year, we started the Red Cross Blood Drive. We've hosted 3 drives so far, October, December, and March, with an upcoming in May 10th. We've collected a total of 125 units from 108 donors. Questions?
Appreciate you putting that information together, and especially, when you look at that in the last 4 years, almost $500,000, thanks to you all, searching for grants and different money that's out there. So that helps make a big difference and offset the budget. So thanks for all that work as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Justin, we appreciate what you've done, especially when y'all went to Eastern and Western Kentucky as well. You didn't mention anything about that, but we were there for the tornadoes and the flooding both, and your efforts at Christmas time again for taking a follow-up instead of just being there at one time, going back to the area again to make sure that, let's put it this way, the kids and the families had Christmas as fortunate as we are. Thank you all. Jenny Manis, Turnaround Center update.
Thank you all very much. Thank you all for having us, and thanks for being a big support of the Turnaround Resource Center for the past 3 years now. I have put a folder on every one of your all's desk. It has all of our current information, all of our upcoming events, and the status of our current programs that we have. Inside, you'll find on the very first paper, it's last year's stats. It's everything that we did over the year out of the center. We wouldn't be able to do that without your support. We wouldn't be able to continue to do that. So I want to thank you all. We did this year be blessed with 80,000 people were served, over 80,000 people. And we are 80 volunteers deep. We have all of these people that come in and assist without questions, without asking. I've had ladies that have delivered meals to people for over 6 years and never even asked for a gas card. So it's a dedication. It's part of the project that we do and what we bring out. We believe that we're helping people turn their lives around. First thing I would like to say, though, is that you have to understand, because of our location in Lebanon Junction, we do not just assist the Lebanon Junction people. We don't have boundaries. So people from Mount Washington come, people from Shepherdsville, people from Hillview, people from, Boston, Claremont. It's a wide area of people that come and we assist them. We also don't have any requirements as far as when they come. We just feed them. It's what we're told to do. That's what we do. We show them the love that they gave us by coming. We respect them for that. And that is why I believe we've grown. We are in our 7th year of being open. We've been a part of the Fiscal Court for 3 years and presenting to you all the project and the program that we have. I do ask you to come out, see the place, experience it. It's a great build. Well, it started out as 1 building and now it's 5. We just recently, 2024, purchased a building here in here in Shepherdsville from the Bullitt County Housing First. We are in the renovation of that, and we are writing the project that's going to take place out of that one. We're in a 90-day case study right now with 3 individuals that were a part of the White Flag Shelter here in the city. I kind of took myself out, got in with them, hung out at the White Flag, walked with them, talked with them, been with them. We're now a family. We have 3 that wanted to see their lives changed, wanted to change, and if you invest, I believe with everything you have in you, your investment will not go void. These 3 are getting ready to graduate on May the 5th from that program, and all 3 of them to date have succeeded. And I'm very excited about that. Now, that doesn't mean that it's been a very easy case plan either. It's changed, it's been tweaked, it's been looked at, it's been overlooked, it's been fixed, and it's not prepared yet. So I'm bringing it to you all as an upcoming event, an upcoming building that did get acquired through Bullitt County Housing First, who is no longer in operation. They dissolved on January the 1st, which means that our county does not have a housing authority. So the minute we assume that role, we are now getting about 700 extra calls a month for housing assistance. So that is something I think we need to at least look at in the future as well. With that being said, you'll see one of my, in 2023, we brought out a new program called the Turnaround Make Safe program. And that program, we're assisted by the Kentucky Colonels and Spalding University graduate Lindsay Raymer. She is an advanced occupational therapist, and she went and did some in-home meetings of some elderly in our community, and elderly in Boston, and elderly as well in Shepherdsville. We wanted to make their houses safe, and that was part of the program. We had everyone volunteer their time to come out and help us help others. That's what the turnaround has always been about. That's what will continue to be about. So in that process, we were able to go into 14 homes, assist 14 families with either installing ramps into their house. We had floors we replaced, ceilings that were done, roofs, bathrooms, grab bars, all different kinds of things to make these people's homes safer for them to live in. And that was one of the greatest accomplishments that I feel like we did in 2023. Did not know that we were going to grow into this new avenue in 2024, so it was an unprepared, not budgeted project. So this is why we're in just in a push and in a crunch to get it together. So you're going to see in the back of here all of the fundraising events that we've created to help fund that project in 2024. But if you'll look in your book, you have the presentation. This is just some of the things that we've been through. We acquired our 501c3 in 2017. September the 7th is when it came through. It did not come through on that date, but we were blessed with it being backdated to that. I was under an umbrella of a church in the community at that point. October the 7th, 2021, we opened the kitchen. The kitchen is the old hardware store location in Lebanon Junction. If you've ever been there, it's beautiful. It could have been tore down, but restoring it, and it is now a beautiful place for gatherings, for events, all different kinds of things. All of that, 90,000 work hours went into that during COVID. We had one of our Bullitt County companies that had an opportunity to either lay their people off or allow them to volunteer themselves to renovate that building, and they did. A crew of 23 to 25 men every day came in, cleaned it out, fixed it up, established it, got it, pretty standard and pretty straight up, and it's been a blessing. It fed a lot of people. We do about 200 meals on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Those are meals that we deliver out in our community, as well as people that come and receive produce every day. Monday, the only day we take off from that is Sundays. So you'll see we're coming soon, of course, as the turnaround end. It's 290 Old Preston Highway South. It's over by the Richardson Feed and the auto.
Discount.
You'll have to discount auto. There you go. I just go over there and buy batteries, so that's how I know him. He's a good guy. We were sponsored this year, 2023 and 2024, by the Edith Grigsby Trust for Elderly here in the community, and they have supported us for the last 4 years. With that, in March, they gave us a community match grant through the Edith Grigsby for $30,000 to go toward the new inn. So therefore, the name to the new inn will be Edith's Inn. It is the Turnaround Inn, Shepherdsville, but the name of the home is Edith's. So she is a blessing to Bullitt County. If you don't know much about her, read about her. Working with the Kentucky Colonels has been a big thing for me. I'd like to get out there and talk with them and see where we need help. And that was brought before me when I met with Judge Summers 2.5 years ago. And it's been a great relationship that we formed through that. And I want to thank you for introducing me to that. The programs, as I said, at the new location, it's kind of in a process. So to say we know exactly what it is, we don't. But to say we want to help people, that's what it's there for. And our plan is, the goal of the 90-day program is to guide uprooted individuals and families through proper steps in obtaining a healthier lifestyle. By finding them a primary care physician, by finding and connecting them with therapies and different things to help them in their current state. One of our slogans at the Turnaround is, your current situation is not your final destination. Everything has an opportunity to change. You can go up from it and you can succeed. One of the case studies that we're doing is how to become uprooted from homeless to healthy. Healthy in your mind, your body, and your spirit. Homeless to me is if I have a flood and I was living in a home and I didn't have it the next day, I'm homeless. Homeless to me is if I have a tornado, and we've experienced those things. No electric in my home puts me homeless, and I'm a fortunate person that when I turn my water on, it works. When I turn the electric on, it works. We have a lot of that in our society and that do not have that fortunate blessing. So giving people a 90-day opportunity to just sit and get a bed to lay their head on, electric that's going to work, water that's going to work, bathrooms that are in operation, a washer and a dryer, and 6 refrigerators. There's 8 rooms in this inn, and we're going to give each particular room their own refrigerator, 6 downstairs, 2 upstairs. So one call I don't want at 2 a.m. in the morning, and you will understand that because you are all very busy, is that somebody stole the milk from my refrigerator, or somebody ate my cookies, or somebody ate my ice cream. So I'm going to eliminate that process before it even gets started, and that's why we're in a case study plan. So as you go through this, you're going to see, when it comes down to how can you help, you can just support the turnaround. Support the turnaround in any way that you can. Come see us, come ask questions, be a part of it with us. We work with all local CPAs. All of our paperwork is done through the community. You can come see me if you have questions. There's a card in there that'll give you all the details of who to call, our website, everything like that. But currently, you'll find, Judge, I put a key on your desk. It's the newest little adventure we're doing at the Turnaround. Our goal is to sell 96 of these. 96 of these is 8 families for 32 transitional periods, 4 90-day periods of the year, to bless somebody with living in the inn. It's a $350 expense for your business, for the county, for someone. You get a key, and you give them the key to the room without the worry of that $350 a month expense. I have done the breakdown of what it would cost individually versus room, and that will be something that we'll have to get back. So my goal is, before we even open it, to have it covered for up to a year, so that the people that are coming through the process can experience 3 months without the concern of how they're gonna take care of everything. And we're gonna get them healthy in their mind, their body, and their spirit, so that when they leave that program, they'll have the ability to see change in their own lives. And all this information is in our folder that I gave you. There is a little thing for you if you wanted to write down questions, and then I also included our flyer. We do have cards with us if you would need any more. I recommend you know someone needing assistance. I will be here in Shepherdsville. It's been a long time that I've been down in the Lebanon Junction area, very quiet, very kind of laid back and very comfortable in LJ. And this was hard to make that transition, but I've enjoyed it. I've worked with your mayor, I've worked here with the judge, and Sean and I have been connected for years, and I look forward to working with every one of you all. If you have any questions, I'll be around after the meeting.
Okay.
Or you could reach out to me on our email, Facebook, anything like that. Thank you guys very much.
A real quick question about the turnaround inn. You said there's 8 rooms in the inn. Is that going to be maximum amount of time is 3 months, and then at that point, or is that short term if somebody needs a?
We're in a case study process. Everybody's situation's different. Dealing with a mental illness situation right now. It took her 8 weeks to even get into her doctors, and you just can't make the medical facility change. Originally, the plan was 90 and out, 3 and done, got it, go. That's why we're doing the case study program, to determine if it's going to be able to be done all around.
Okay, is it all fit in part of your program, or is that something where if somebody needed a place to stay for 2 or 3 nights and there's a room available, they're able to use that, or is that going to be more modeled around the kind of rehabilitation program?
At this point, it's going to be modeled around the rehabilitation of it. I'd love to work with your local first responders. I'm going to be working with the VFW. I'm going to be working with families of people that are losing their homes, and moms of children that had their children taken away, and in order for them to get back on their feet, they have to get some type of housing, and they have to go through a program. So we're going to have counselors, we're going to have people working with each individual, case workers, different things to help in that way as well. So. Okay.
So kind of to clarify, the inn's going to be more of a structured type program than just kind of an overnight, this person needs a place to stay tonight.
Yes.
They're going to have to be kind of, I guess, accepted into the program and then do certain things in order to stay there?
There is a vetting program that's being wrote as we speak to determine whether people can stay. That's what I've enjoyed about the case study program, is it's been tweaked, it's been changed. I went in fully thinking one thing, this is how it's going to happen, this is what's going to happen, and then you get in there and you see that can't happen. So the best part about the program too is I want to see it reproduced. I want to see it be able to be used in other counties, other places. That's why when we named it the Turnaround Inn, we kind of left the Shepherdsville as the addition to this particular location, because I would love to see a turnaround in Mount Washington, a turnaround in Hillview, just to help those people in need if they need it. And we're raising up, out of our 80 volunteers, I'm raising up a team that can be house moms, house dads, maintenance people, all different kinds of things, and they all volunteer. That's the coolest part about this. They want to see people change, and it's not anything that you have to pay them to do. Just love them, love people, do the great commandment, treat people the way you want to be treated, and they're going to take care of you. And I think I can stand in here for all of y'all and say that I treat people the way I want to be treated. And that's what matters. Thank you all very much for your time. Any other questions?
Well, Jenny, thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Tammy, second reading for zoning ordinance 24-03. Michael Lynn.
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 24-03. An ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to conservation. The property in question is 3.671 acres, more or less, located at 1092 Martin Hill Road, parcel number 019-000-00-091 in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change, and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-07, is hereby changed from agricultural to conservation. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the second day of April 2024, given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 16th day of April 2024.
Thank you, Tammy.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the zoning ordinance 24-03.
Second.
Got a motion by First District Magistrate Sanders, a second by Fourth District Magistrate Bleemel to accept the plan and zoning recommendation for zoning ordinance 24-03. Michael Lynn. Sam, call roll, please.
Loxton,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Bleemel,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you, Tammy. Second reading for zoning ordinance 24-04. Charles and Leanne Vincent.
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 24-04. An ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to conservation. The property in question is 4.3 acres, more or less, located at 200 Jackson Hill Road, parcel number 072-000-00-050CC in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change, and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-13, is hereby changed from agricultural to conservation. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, if any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the second day of April 2024, given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 16th day of April 2024.
Thank you, Tammy.
Make a motion that we accept the recommendation of the zoning board on zoning ordinance 2404, Charles and Leanne Vincent.
I'll second.
Got a motion by 4th District Magistrate Bleemel, a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson to accept the Planning Commission's recommendation for zoning ordinance 24-04. Charles and Leanne Vincent. Sam, call the roll, please.
Johnson,
Yes.
Bleemel,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
Loxton,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you all. Tammy, second reading for zoning ordinance 24-05. Daniel and Tara Steckler.
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 24-05, an ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to conservation. The property in question is 1 acre, more or less, located at 397 Jackson Hill Road, parcel number 072-000-00-050 in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change, and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky. Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-14, is hereby changed from agricultural to conservation. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be effective and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 2nd day of April 2024. Given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 16th day of April 2024.
Thank you, Tammy.
I make a motion that we accept the Planning and Zoning's recommendation on zoning ordinance 2405, Daniel and Tara Steckler.
I'll second.
Got a motion by 4th District Magistrate Blamel, a second by 2nd District Magistrate Logston to approve Planning and Zoning's recommendation for 24-05, Daniel and Tara Steckler. Sam, call the roll, please.
Blamel,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
Lawson,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. Tammy, the second reading for zoning ordinance 24-06, Michael and Sonia Edwards.
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 24-06, an ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to R1 residential. The property in question is 0.48 acres, more or less, located at 222 Cromwell Lane, parcel number 072-000-00-055G, in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change, and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-18, is hereby changed from agricultural to R1 residential. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be effective and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 2nd day of April 2024. Given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 16th day of April 2024.
Thank you, Tammy.
And I make a motion that we accept the Planning Commission's recommendation for zoning ordinance 2406, Michael and Sonia Edwards.
I'll second.
Got a motion by 4th District Magistrate Blamel, a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson to accept the Planning Commission's recommendation for zoning ordinance 24-06, Michael and Sonia Edwards. Sam, call roll, please.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
Lawson,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Blamel,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. The next two agenda items, 5 and 6, they have different expiration times, but for the Board of Assessment, for the appeals, process, and these are for those who don't think that their property taxes are what they should be. We have two recommendations. The first one is from Joe Rahill to the Board of Assessments Appeal, term to expire 6/30/2027. And I'm going to put that in the form of a motion.
Second.
I had a second by 4th District Magistrate Blemo. Sam, call the roll, please.
Sanders.
Yes.
Longston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Hamel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. The second one is Brad Silveria to the Board of Assessment of Appeals, term to expire 6/30/2026. And what I did fail to recognize was this: Brad is the current administrator for the Alcohol Beverage Commission of Louisville Metro, lives in Mount Washington. And Mr. Ray Hill has his own business with real estate and inspections. Both quite qualified new members to the board, along with Luann Moore. And I will put this in the form of a motion for Brad Silveria to be on the Board of Assessment of Appeals. Term to expire 6/30/2026.
I'll second that.
I got a second by 2nd District Magistrate Logston. Sam, call the roll, please.
Longston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Hamel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Third one is Marty Brown. Marty Brown, a paragraph or two about Marty real quick. He's a retired accountant, CPA, who has worked with us diligently, this office, on the bourbon barrel tax, and we're recommending him to continue his term with the Southeast Fire Department, term to expire 6/30/2027. And I'm going to put that in the form of a motion.
Second.
Got a second by 1st District Magistrate Sanders. Sam, call the roll, please.
Johnson.
Yes.
Hamel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Longston.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Surplus list for the Sheriff's Office. Here we go.
Looks like a lot of fun stuff on there. Is that going to gov deals, or where's that going?
A lot of it's just old stuff, or stuff that's been, well, like when you look back there, especially like our weapons, the Glock 22s, those were all replaced by the guns we got on a grant.
Okay.
So that's been, updated. The rest of the stuff is just, pretty much just old stuff.
But can I ask you this, Mr. Payne? Yes, sir. The guns that were replaced, are they still .40 caliber as well?
No.
No?
We went to a 9mm.
9mm? Okay, thank you.
Somebody's been doing some spring.
Oh, absolutely.
Are these all going to be destroyed, or some of these going to be resold, or just use at your discretion, or?
Yeah, they'll go back to Keepers, the entity that we actually, made the purchase from.
Okay. Like a trade-in type thing or something? Okay. Okay. Well, I'll put that in the form of a motion that we accept the surplus list for the Sheriff's Office to use at their discretion.
I'll second.
Okay, got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logston, a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson to accept the Sheriff's surplus list. Sam, call the roll, please.
Hamel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders. Yes. Longston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, and for the Clerk Mooney, we're wanting permission to pay the poll workers for the special election on 3/19 of 2024, and the primary election coming up on 05/21/24 upon receipt of the paperwork from the county clerk's office. I'm going to put that in the form of a motion.
Second.
Got a second by 1st District Magistrate Sanders. Sam, call the roll, please.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Longston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Hamel.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, and for Justin, Bullitt County Sheriff's settlement for the 2022 limestone, sand, and gravel. The tax bills on that, they still get their percent?
Yes,
And,
so all this, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go right ahead.
I was just gonna say, all this is a settlement for the limestone, sand, and gravel, which is basically the quarry. They have separate tax bills from the separate property tax that comes from the state. The Department of Revenue sent those out late last year. Generally, we do this as part of our larger tax settlement each year, but since those bills did come out late, the state advised us to go ahead and do a separate settlement for these 22 bills. The 23 bills have actually already come out and been paid, and we'll have that later, usually June or July. You'll be approving a larger county settlement of all the taxes. The collection for 23, which we just finished yesterday, so.
Yep.
This sheet just shows what we collected, where we distributed to the districts, such as the county, the school, library, et cetera. And that there's, down at the bottom, the difference shows a zero difference on all those, where money came in, we paid it out, and all you're doing is approving that we collected and paid those bills as required.
Right. Yep.
Can I ask him as judge? I don't know.
Do what now?
I was just wondering, since this was 2022 and we didn't take office till 2023, can we still?
Yes.
I think
Yep.
they were just paid, though.
These bills
Right.
were collected in June of 23, so you weren't in office when they were collected.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, what type of action do you need on, just accept that, or?
Accepted. Uh-huh.
Well, I'll put that in the form of a motion that we accept the settlement of the 2022 limestone, sand, and gravel mineral tax bills.
I'll second.
Got it, and one comment from myself, that's over $250,000 worth of funding for us. And it's, runs concurrent with the, any other type of mineral coal settlement, the whole, and gas as well. Got a motion by, was it you, Sean?
Yeah.
Got a motion by Second District Magistrate Logsdon, a second by First District Magistrate Sanders to accept the sheriff's settlement of the 2022 limestone, sand, and gravel mineral tax bills. Sam, call the roll, please.
Sanders,
Yes.
Logsdon,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Engel,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you so much, Justin. And we have one new hire this time. It's Marcus Lucas, full-time EMT at $19.50 an hour, effective 4/24/24. And I'll put that in the form of a motion.
I'll second.
And I have a second by Second District Magistrate Logsdon.
Marge would
Sam, call the roll, please.
awful lot to-
Logsdon,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Engel,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you. At this time, Vera, any comments?
No, just enjoy your day. It's gonna be a beautiful
Okay.
day today.
Sean?
Appreciate everybody coming out and joining us today, and thanks so much for the presentations, very informative.
Karen?
Oh, no, nothing today, thank you.
Okay, Brian?
Just one thing, I know we're getting ready to start blacktopping here I think this week, so just be prepared because, well, there's always construction on 65, but there may be on smaller county roads now too.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. And at this time, thank you, Mayor Dangerfield, for coming. Glad to see a former member of Fiscal Court here today as well, Mr. Ray Hill. Teresa, thank you for being here. And all the chiefs. Eric, I'm glad you stuck around. And Kevin, thanks for coming in. Okay? And at this time, what time is it, Vera?
The time is 10:25, time to adjourn.
Second.
I got a motion by First District Magistrate Sanders, a second by Fourth District Magistrate Blemmel to dismiss the Bullitt County Fiscal Court at 10:25 on 4/16/2024. Sam, call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Engel,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.